just sacrificing this bottom lane.
Well, I think Mountsport, you're right. The mid lane is somewhat of a trade-off. Just as the Shadow Strike is not going to be too effective against Leshrac. On the flip side, the Diabolic Edict kill chance, especially against a Blinker, is going to be absolutely low. Unless, Dendi hits some great split earth against
Well,
Bambo.
it is Bambo. He can be
Right.
pretty aggressive at times.
He's definitely very aggressive. It would not surprise me if Bambo died for a kill. Unfortunately, gets hit by the tower too many times. Now, with that said, I feel like Queen of Pain is much, much better ganker. He could swing down on the bot lane and perhaps set up a couple kills. Leshrac, nothing close. I mean, if he gets a haste rune, then all bets are off. But Queen of Pain, once he hits level 6, he has, in theory, the option to go down the bot lane and basically kill just about everybody with the help of, a fissure, telekinesis. There's enough lockdown that he could punish everybody. On the flip side, Dendy's Leshrac is not going to be as successful as a ganking. Perhaps he's going to go down to join a push, but it's not really going to be a successful gank. So I think on that part, it's going to have advantage going to Mousesports.
Yeah, I mean, well, here's the one thing, is Chen could show up mid as well and look for the early push. The Chen creeps to tank the tower, Dendi to do the big damage with Diabolic Edict, so that's another option for Na'Vi, and I guess that's the big overall, so that big broad point we have coming out of this draft, coming out of these early lanes. Na'Vi are the ones with more options. Mouse, sure, they can try and rotate heroes away from this tri lane, but it comes with some pretty big trade-offs. Na'Vi can do so. It comes with some trade-offs, not as much. They have their options because of that jungler, because of the aggressive wards being placed down. Mousesports pretty much have to win. They at least have to win these two solo lanes and try and break even, limit the damage on the bottom lane. Well, for anybody who's just tuning in, I am LD. Joining me is Luminous. I just fixed my overlay, so sorry about that, Lumi. I was calling you gods there for a few moments, but it is fixed now. This is game 1 of Mousesports versus Na'Vi. I know, it's a compliment anyway to be compared to someone as illustrious as gods, but
Obviously.
this is game 1 of Mousesports versus Na'Vi. It's a best out of 3. Whoever wins this series, they advance to play MTW in the grand finals. MTW will have a 1-game advantage. That series will be a best out of 5, so MTW would need to win 2 games. Whoever wins this series would need to win 3. There's a $1,000 grand prize for whoever takes home the gold medal, the gold trophy, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we're just waiting here for game 1 to get underway. And well, Lumi, I think it's about that time where I ask you, what did you have for breakfast? Why do you live in an airport? So many burning questions that people out there would love to have answered.
I live in an airport and also in an aviary because there's a whole bunch of birds flying by. I have not had anything for breakfast yet. Oh my god, I'm hungry. But
would have been a good time to get one, but unfortunately,
it might be,
Yeah. As soon as you
get a sandwich.
As soon as you go, the game's gonna pause.
No, probably not. I'm gonna get a sandwich, get a tan, come back, and so it's gonna be paused. I mean, we all know how Dota 2 pauses last. Go read a book and come back, and
Let me say, the players have been pretty good about showing up on time today, so I give them credit for that. After yesterday,
they do what they're supposed to do. Give them credit, yeah.
Yep.
I'm just being cynical.
Well, to be fair, it was pretty early for some of them, but Bamboo was oversleeping and then woke up just in time for that series against MTW. I was telling Mousesports in the pregame lobby that they should really look to have Red Bull or maybe an alarm clock company sponsor them because Bamboo needs some help getting out of bed. I think he overslept yesterday, that's what I was told, and today a little bit late to the show, but made it in the end. So here we are. Also could use a new computer. Bambo, as you may or may not know, has some issues loading into games at times, and he had them again today, so... I mean, plenty of ways,
Bambo,
if you want to support Sexy Bambo, you have your options as a sponsor for how you want to go about doing it.
$75 goes a long way to that alarm clock, or as well as a new PC, because his PC right now is made out of wood, and it doesn't look that quick.
Well, I think, Lumi, I think it only makes sense. If you're gonna name yourself after one form of wood, the bamboo, then you might as well, have
all the gear about it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Away we should go into the game.
One thing I want to point out is that Venomancer, by the way, has spent quite a bit of gold in terms of couriers, wards, and whatever else. You can see he purchased a word handed to Puppy. This Puppy, I guess, very greedily has bought a Ring of Pasadius as the other support. So Arzar is kind of on the short end of the stick. Now, Junks doesn't mean too much, but for a Venomancer, he's quite squishy. You're gonna exchange the rounds, spells in the get-go, and you're gonna be missing that salve. So look towards Venomancer being out regen or perhaps
Yeah.
you know, going down early on because he doesn't have the necessary regen. Looks like the game is going to be in pause, and we're going to have some action coming your way.
Well, we hope so, although Navi promptly starts running away from that jungle.
The battle
Well, the other thing
begins.
is Arsart won't have much mana, so he's really going to have 2, maybe 3 Gales to work with, thanks to that Ring of Basilius. That will help. And Sing Sing wants to get a ward up. He's not going to be able to do so, and that's another issue here for Mouse. They will be playing in the dark for this lane, unless Sing Sing can find the opening. But the question is, will he be able to? Arsart as well as Puppey waiting in the wings. Oh, that was close. Great ward there. That's going to block the big camp, but Puppey doesn't really care. He's going to look to do some high ground to low ground jungling here.
Ooh, I think Puppey spotted immediately. 2 people swing by, and Puppey's going to be absolutely trapped. Puppey's going to dominate a creep, but he's going to run out perfect fissure, unfortunately, for Puppey. And he's basically dead at this point. The question is, how much damage will Navi do? And the answer is not enough. First blood gets picked up by Sing Sing, toss him back. Where's the fissure for 1337? It's clarity up. No, you can't clarity through deep poison. Oh, 1437.
Look at the body block. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, nice body blocking by Sing Sing. But 1437, just no follow-up. And I think that was another kill they missed.
Still, they get a first blood on Puppey's Chen, and you got to be happy about that if you're Mouse Sports.
Oh, man, you got a double. That's all I'm saying.
Possibly. Although, like you said, the poison might have been enough.
No,
well, it's only level 1. Yeah, you're right.
Definitely
Oh,
do
come
that
with
one.
me.
I don't think 1437. Come with me, though, by the way. Huge trouble. Nice dodge. But the poison is going to bring him down. Mel, and of course, no, Talon is going to get killed. The Venomans are getting killed. Whole bunch of people are dying, and, well, 3-1 in favor of Mouse.
Well, you gotta say advantage Mouse Sports after that first blood, 3-1. And this is what we talked about. If you dive this Mouse Sports lineup and you don't get the proper initiation, you're gonna take a spill. I mean, they have too much lockdown. And Lumi, look at the levels. Defensive tri-lane, not a single pull accomplished yet. Level 3 on Sing Sing, level 3 on 1437. Come with me, actually the laggard here. Only sit at level 2, but he'll catch up. He'll catch up in good time.
Yeah, I mean, when you're getting 3 kills to your 1, that's completely fine. Naga coming in, just throwing a whole bunch of spells around. I think the de facto build so far has been the Riptide and Ensnare, but look at the Naga Siren. Such an early level of Mirror Image that completely kind of blew my mind. Mirror Image is really nice in a tri-lane situation where you could fan out your illusion a little bit more, allow your Riptide to do more damage, but it's so odd to actually not take up your, your disable, your Ensnare.
It is. Now, I think that was just a situational kind of pickup where he thought maybe he could live if he timed the mirror image perfectly. But the TA splash, I believe that was the side blades. Yeah, 1 cleave through. That got the kill. It almost worked, though. You can disjoint projectile stuns, nukes, all that sort of thing. If you have perfect timing, it's very difficult to pull off. I doubt we'll see him level it up, though. It is certainly possible. And here he goes back for... Even Ensnare, even at level 1, is pretty good. 2-second stun.
Yep.
Disable. You don't have to level it. If you want to, it's pretty effective. But yeah, for the moment, Come With Me is just... I mean, they're doing some... 1437 Sing Sing are trying to kill the Centaur. But they're not really tri-laning. They're kind of roaming around here in the jungle.
For the mid lane here, it seems like Leshrac is outlasting Bamboo like crazy. I love the adjustment here. Dendi going for the lightning build. We don't see this build quite often in the European scene, but like I mentioned earlier, Diabolic Edict on the mid lane is not going to be too effective, and Dendi will use the lightning to push the lane. But big battle on the bottom lane here. Net misclicks on the Wolf. Puppey, will he be okay? 1437 gets off a perfect fissure, and the Naga Siren with the Riptide KS. Gonna get that kill. Very nicely done.
Are we really seeing Puppey's Chen being shut down this hard? I mean, I don't think I've ever cast a game where he's played Chen and he hasn't, or Enchantress where he hasn't at least broken even. He's just getting completely crushed. And I mean, Lumi, is this that point where maybe you think about not being in that Radiant jungle? I guess he's going to. Tri-lane is abandoned now. Puppey's gonna head up top. And well, I mean, that means Naga's gonna get some farm and levels. Maybe we'll even see pulls happening. I think they have money for the Sentry Wards at this point. And Arsart's gonna.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether they even need to at this point. You know, we mentioned earlier you need to do pulls to stay even in terms of EXP. They're quite ahead right now because all the kills happening, so they don't even need to do a pull. Net against TA Fissure looking for the Fissure is 1437. There's the Mel. The question is, do we have Sentry Wards available?
Nope.
Well, nothing. They do see Brown coming in. That's Arsart. I think that perhaps is easy kill. Looks like he's gonna break out, get a sneak hit in, and Dendi with Invisrin is coming right back. 1437 in big trouble. Turn around. Gale is Arsart, and where's the splitter? There's gonna be a splitter. Lightning's gonna be canceled as well. 1437 gonna be going down for sure. Now this is a problem without having Edict. You can't really push very quickly against the tower, nor do you have a lot of hero killing potential. when you're in melee range. So that's why a lot of players don't actually favor the build. But I think this mid lane completely justified.
Yeah, Dendy 23 and 5. Even though he spent a lot of time journeying down to bottom, getting the runes, setting up the gank, he gets 2 kills. Or sorry, only 1 kill, but also a lot of pressure under another hero there. And he's still leading in terms of farm as we look towards mid. Bambo, only 19 and 5 here, and doesn't have the kill to his name. So, I mean, that's the thing about it, is Dendy's still ahead in terms of farm, and, well, he can help deal with the push coming from Bambo. I mean, he's not going to have openings mid with the Edict anyway. The wave is never going to be that far in this early on, because Bambo can spam Spear of Pain. So I don't mind the build, but you're right, it is a downside. Normally, we see that kill being picked up bottom, the tower takes a bunch of damage. Not going to be the case this game.
Top lane, seems like Enigma perhaps will be expecting a gank coming his way. Puppey smoked up, perhaps waiting for a test of faith mono point. It is quite costly, but they're going to go right in. Unfortunately, Calculus has... No, is going to get out of range. No clapping attempted by Light of Heaven. I think they could have gotten the kill.
And he's got the ult.
Yeah, he's got the ult as well. Although he wouldn't have mana to use both, so perhaps that's the reason why they didn't die for it. The boots on Light of Heaven, no boots on Enigma. He dodged a big one there. Meanwhile, we have Arzart trying to ensnare. Oh, denies on the haste rune.
No, he didn't. He tried it though.
Yeah, Sing Sing picks that one up. Not the biggest loss considering that there's really no one to gank. As I say that though, TA being very aggressive. Did you not see the haste rune being picked up? He's got to be very careful.
Yeah, there's not a lane ward here, and that's something we often see to try and punish these off-lane heroes. Arsart there as well. Arsart, pretty poor, only 150 gold. Sing Sing comes in for a right-click. That's gonna be it, though, and I mean, Sing Sing, he's doing well, but he's still only level 4. Good for a tri-lane, not great compared to having that solo experience, and TA is getting the levels. I mean, Havos 24 and 4, he's even finding the farm. I gotta say, to be a dual lane against dual or tri-lane, although now it's turned into a dual lane up top, very impressive by Havos to hang on like this. And 1437. Yep. Go ahead.
It's gonna pop his mirror image, gonna turn it around against Havos. Nice meld. Now come with me. It's gonna go right back. Do they have Sentry Wards? That's a question. I think they're gonna just Riptide kill, or at least try. There's a Riptide. One more is gonna do the job. And now Havos is just thinking, oh god, he's gonna pop the refraction. Would that be enough? There's a Fable, and that would be enough. He's gonna make it out. Unfortunately, Arzart, perhaps not. Couple more right clicks is gonna do the job. Come with me, Naga Siren picks up the kill, and then just realized, I cannot believe I did not realize it until now. The reason that he picked up an early level of mirror image is for that poison. You can actually debuff it as you're splitting open. So I think that perhaps is the adjustment to them.
Well, whatever the reason was, he's now level 6 and he's got the ult. Not too much mana, really does need those arcane boots. That'll help Sing Sing out as well if he picks them up. So we head towards top where Calculus gets caught out. Light of Heaven, still no ult from him, but they get 1 kill. Maybe thinking about 1437, who has boots and the wand, so he should survive. Bottom lane, they want Havos, but they can't find him. Still no detection here. It's getting to the point where I'm going to call this a blunder. I mean, you should have it by now. If they don't already, they should look to fly it out soon, because these are kills they're missing. It's not like
Sing Sing's really short and go. He's got 800 or 700 on a support. I mean, that's pretty good, especially with boots already picked up. Courier's already upgraded. So I don't think there's any excuse for not having it. Bamboo now finally will be setting up his first gank, Sonic Wave, and of course Max Screen of Pain. And here we go. If his target is Light of Heaven, it's a pretty good go. Well, before he pops his arcane boots and gets access into his ultimate, then maybe not. Puppey is the other very, very low HP one. Puppey's seen a couple of right clicks and a Sonic Wave should do the job. No, Sexy Bamboo reserving his aggression. Not gonna go for it. Very, very surprising.
This is a lot of wasted time here, and in they go to come with me. Bottom lane, Havos looking for the kill, but Net gonna slow him down. Splinter to follow. Come with me looks to be absolutely dead. Meanwhile, up top, great fissure block, catching off Light of Heaven. Oh, he gets the panda off with 20 health, and the Centaur stopping through him. Bambo still Lumi. They force out that panda ult in exchange for nothing. A Queen of Pain ult, not a bad trade, but it's bottom lane where Rubik dies too.
Exchange for 2 kills. I'm not sure if it's nothing. Now Dendy with the lightning already maxed puts a single point back to Edict. Spirit no longer needs to be maxed. Of course, Havos survived. I mean, how many close call has Havos been involved in? He's only got 37 creep kills, but he's got phase finished. He's got 1,300 gold in the bank. Havos, I'm not sure where he's finding that pocket gold, but he's got a whole bunch of it. And I mentioned that Dendy perhaps is not going to be as effective in terms of ganks. He's proving me wrong. That's the second gank in a row. 3 kills just from ganks so far. No tower destroy, and again, unfortunately, not maxing Edict. But he's outplaying Bamboo in multiple avenues. He's outlasting them. He's out-ganking them.
Right, he even out-leveled him, despite leaving that lane so much. This is normally something you don't see. I mean, even if you get a kill or 2, you'll fall behind that enemy solo. You have to get multiple kills and gank at the correct times when the lane is pushed to have this kind of an advantage. That being said, we haven't really seen the full power of mouz. They